Well, hey there. Here is one more talking video for today. And this might be a little bit shorter than the video on saying no. It might be short and sweet, but it is very important, especially when we think about our faith in God. And I would just like to say at the beginning, I do not want to make anyone feel bad or feel guilty if they have never thought about this before. But rather, you can always start today, and you can always start in growing in your faith and knowing more of the Bible, just like I started out doing that years ago, and I still continue to do that to this day. And this video is on the encouragement, and it is an invitation to give the Lord and the Bible and a devotional at least a few minutes a day. And I know when we think about every day and the lives that we have during our time on earth, every day and throughout the week, it can be a very busy time. We either get up in the morning for school, or we get up in the morning for work, and then we go home, and everyone has their homework and chores, responsibilities, surprises can happen, and then daily tasks that we all have. Yeah, a lot of people are very busy. However, all of us can still find the free time, and it can be in the morning as we wake up, and also in the middle of the day, and also as we are lying in bed for the night and getting ready to go to sleep. We can definitely give the Lord and the Bible and a devotional a few minutes a day, or several minutes a day. And I bring this up because when we think of studying the Bible and having a devotional, if we do not ever study the Bible and a devotional on our own time, if we never study it, then we're not going to remember the Word as well. Whereas if we do focus on studying the Bible and having a devotional and really focusing on studying that consistently every day, and what I like to do is go through some chapters and verses over and over and over again, I know that has helped me remember more Bible verses, and I can remember where this Bible verse is located and where that Bible verse is located. And I know at this point, I can remember it, that Ephesians chapter 5, the title for that chapter is Living in the Light. Ephesians 5, Living in the Light. Ephesians 5, Living in the Light. And if I am ever looking for the verses on putting on the armor of God, that is in Ephesians 6. The armor of God, Ephesians 6. And specifically, it starts at Ephesians 6, verse 11. Ephesians 6:11. Ephesians 6:11. Putting on the armor of God. And also, I know when we think about the verse where Jesus said to Thomas, "Because you have seen me, you have believed. Blessed are those who have not seen and yet have believed." I know that is in John 20, verse 29. 2029. And in our current time, that's a year that will be here in no time. 2029, a year that will be here in no time. But yes, John 20, verse 29. And not to be confused with 1 John, 2 John, or 3 John. But at the beginning of the New Testament, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. John 20, 29, where Jesus says, "Because you have seen me, you have believed. Blessed are those who have not seen and yet have believed." And now, because I have studied these verses over and over and over, I can remember where they are located. And I know when we think about all of the subjects and musicians, athletes, and other famous people that we all like to study, I know that a lot of us in the world have studied our favorite subjects and celebrities, and we know the details, the stats, and the life stories of a lot of celebrities down to a T, because we have spent so much time studying our favorite subjects and celebrities. And I know for me, I could tell anyone a lot of stats and history about the sport of bowling and roller coasters. And I could also tell you a lot about my favorite musicians. But I definitely remember it, that my faith in God and the Bible, that is more important than music and bowling and roller coasters. And I definitely need to study the Bible, and I want to know it, just like I know all of these other things and celebrities very well. Or really, I would like to know the Bible even more than those people and subjects. And I definitely would encourage anyone out there to give a few minutes a day, or even several minutes a day in your free time, where you can study the Bible and have a devotional. And I hope that the more you study the Bible and read through a devotional, those kind of devotional books that have something to say every single day of the year, it is very good for us to have a devotional and study the Bible every day so we can know it very, very well. And in this day and age, I think that a lot of people out there of all ages run into distraction from our cell phones and laptops and other gadgets. It's really the last 20 to 25 years, I think more people have been distracted. And especially from 2010 onwards, when the modern smartphone has come along, and people are even more distracted with getting onto the internet and going on to various websites and all of that. it can be very distracting. But I would encourage anyone out there to be strong enough to set aside their electronic gadgets and make sure to give the Lord and the Bible and a devotional at least a few minutes a day so you can know the Word very, very well. And always remember as well to pray without ceasing. To pray without ceasing, as it reminds us in the Bible. To pray constantly, and you can always pray that you can have a good and God-honoring day as soon as you wake up in the morning, and pray for safety if you are traveling. Pray for other people and situations that are going on. Praying for calming down and getting through the trials and storms of life. And praying for focus. And always remember to pray for doing the right thing and being strong and saying no to sin and temptation. To pray constantly, pray without ceasing, and just remember to keep on growing in your faith. And I know that's what I have done over the last 15, 16 years. And I am very glad that I know more of the Bible than I ever have. And I'm not just relying off of what I hear on a Sunday morning or from what I heard one night a week at youth group and college group. And of course, those are good things, to hear a sermon and a lesson at youth group or college group, or after college, a Bible study for older adults. I mean, it's good to hear those things and to participate in groups and to hear lessons and sermons in person. But it's also very important for all of us to have our own personal time to study the Bible. And I would just like to encourage anyone out there to do that. And I know for me, that has been very, very helpful for me. And I have grown so much in my faith as a Christian, and I have grown so much in my knowledge of the Bible because I have studied it more and more and more over time. So I just wanted to share that, and I hope that everyone out there can find some free time daily to have a devotional and study the Bible and know much more of the Bible and the verses and passages in it. And as always, this video will be here on YouTube. And stay well. And going forward, there might be another video here from this room that I might record while I'm still here at Lakeside. We will see. But I know that over time, there will be more videos here on YouTube. So stay tuned for more videos here on YouTube, and I will see you later. Thank you.